What is up, my kings and queens, and all in between? It is Andrew Velasquez with Mindful Artist Podcast. Thank you so much for coming back, you guys. That song you just heard, it is called Mi Corazón, written by myself, produced by Aaron McGlendon. You could download Mi Corazón wherever you stream your music. And for this podcast to help us out, please share it with somebody that you love. Give us those thumbs up, those reviews, those 5 stars. That way, we're more likely to come out in other people's algorithms, and that's the way we'll be able to grow, continue to share knowledge, and help your beautiful crown community that I am really passionate about. And I'm a little sad, but I'm very happy at the same time. So it's a combination of emotions, and I just wanted to take the time to express my gratitude and let you know how grateful I am to for you to have been receiving this podcast and have been tuning in episode by episode from back in 2023 when I started season one in November and just really kicked it off and had 12 amazing episodes with people like Jesse Garcia, Melanie Mills, Molly Moratti, Sonia Casarova, Elon Sorrell, Tori Shack, Paul Anthony, Cheetah Basu, Michael DeBellis, Pavi, and of course, my husband Johnny Debut to close out season one. This has been such an amazing journey. I am so grateful to have been able to have this platform and express love, light, color, stories with other artists of all sorts of mediums. And that was really my mission statement. And my goal is to continue to create this community of, the revolution of art and how it is evolving as well. And so it is all of our obligations and responsibility to continue to share that with whomever we come across, wherever you are at. Um, and yeah, for season two, oh my God, like it's been so fun. I thought it was going to be a little stressful when I first started doing this and researched what I wanted to discuss and what kind of guests I wanted to invite. But the most challenging thing has been just coordinating everyone's schedules and having to reschedule and a little tech stuff here and there. But other than that, it's been fun. It's been such a joy, and that was literally the only reason that I wanted to take the time to invest in you and and your growth because together we can all grow together, right? And so for season two, 2024. I mean, Aaron McLendon, Jordan Liberty, Armin Raw, Alencia, Joe Hernandez, Roshar, Joe Delude, Brittany Murphy, Stefan, uh, Justin, Debbie Bellino, Adame Sosa, James Vincent, Mary Lou, Charlotte, Jay Brandon, Eugenia Weston, Viet Dang, Linda Spellman, Mike Ruiz, Sherry Young, Hilde, John Stapleton, Gregory Arlt, Tiffany Bartok, and again, just I really feel like the luckiest guy to have been able to share experiences with these beautiful artists and souls and lights and invite them to share their journey on how they have, struggled but also accomplished and persevered and conquered. And that's our goal. That was really the mission statement behind this project to inspire at least one person to pursue your dreams, to chase them, to go after them. And when you have hardships and when you have, you know, times of loss and despair, which we all experience through the human experience, know that you are loved and that you have a community to lift you up. And you can always count on these episodes. If you have a day like that, revisit that one episode that you really enjoyed, that, touched you, and it will continue to inspire you because this will live forever. And so, yeah, I'm gonna make this kind of brief. I'm not gonna get too woo-woo on you, but I've been interviewing so many different artists, and I'm feeling the obligation to hold myself accountable and answer the same types of questions intuitively wherever I'm at, um, and just not to think about it too hard. So I'm going to start with because you already know my story, I'm not going to dive deep into the bio or the origins or anything like that. You already know where I'm at with spirituality, and that is that I am the forever student of the University of Mother Nature that practices love, color, and light in any capacity, in any environment, wherever I go. That is what you're going to receive. That is what I'm going to make my mission statement every day. And I hope you receive it and it's enlightening for you. As far as the how you gonna love somebody else if you can't love yourself first, I obviously have some skincare self regimen beauty regimens that I do for myself. And I do take time for myself selfishly before I am of service to others. I feel it's very important. Um, and I do have some beauty skincare pros and tips that I'm happy to share with you. So let's start with question number one. What's your self-care beauty regimen? So my husband already knows, and friends of mine, when wherever we're going somewhere, Andrew's gonna have his moment, and I'm gonna put on my music because music is very spiritual to me, and it can be anywhere from obviously Madonna to Odessa to Monarchy to Purple Disco Machine to The Cure to Depeche Mode. It really depends on where what I'm vibing, where I'm at with that mood, and how I want to feel when I pretty much get into my drag, right? Because let's face it, as Mother Ruth says it, you're born naked and the rest is drag. And yeah, I love having a good hour, sometimes 90 minutes to take my time, hydrate, maybe have a little bit of coffee or tea, depending on what I'm doing. Um, and yeah, I mean, I do a full thing, you know. I love the brand Statement, STMNT, for hair care, for men's grooming. So I use the leave-in conditioner, the texturizing spray, I blow it out, I put in the curling cream, before blowout, and then the fiber to give it the shape and the hold. And it's like popping up right now, if you can see on the YouTube. And then as far as skincare, I mean, I have so many different go-to brands that I'm obsessed with. Dr. Babor is one of them that y'all already know I've been talking about for a long time. I love their ampules since I am a man of color and I'm exposed to a lot of natural elements outside. I'm constantly wearing SPF and I cocktail it, meaning I layer different versions of SPF. So one of the first things to touch my skin is the Pat McGrath Rose Essence, which is kind of like a tonic to hydrate, cure, balance the pH of the skin. And then I go into moisturizing. So I'm currently using the Dr. Babor Cure Cream as my daily moisturizer. And I also am obsessed with their eye cream. So I use, because it has two, one for daytime, one for nighttime in the same container. And then I go into my SPF moisturizer, which is Summer Friday. So I love that one because it's lightweight. It absorbs very nicely. I have combination skin, so I really enjoy that. And then I use Shantakai, which is a primer, but also has the SPF. So I'm layering the SPF with the sunscreen by Summer Friday, as well as the Shantakai on top. Then I go into a little bit of evening out the complexion. So I'll start with Pat McGrath concealer in just certain areas wherever I feel I have a little bit of discoloration, mostly underneath the eye. And you guys might know that I've had some stitches around my orbital bone when I was involved in an accident. And so the hyperpigmentation is where I focus to cover that from the stitches. And then sometimes if I'm feeling a little more, glam, I'll use the Skin Fetish Pat McGrath foundation in a shade significantly darker to kind of bronze me up. Um, then I go and I blend all that out. Then I go into setting it with a Jane Iredale golden tan mineralized powder plus foundation, waterproof, also with sunscreen. So again, layering, and that's mainly in the T-zone, and then a bronzer on the outside perimeter, also by Pat McGrath in the Nirvana shade. Summer Friday lip balm for hydration and for lip plumping, and for the brows and the beard, a little bit of the Pat McGrath mascara as well. So that is what I do for the men's grooming, the hair, the skin. And then as far as what else I do to take time selfishly for myself before I'm of service to others, I love my 5Ks and I love running. I will do that pretty much at 8 a.m. before it gets too hot. An interlude, I have 3 sets of like push-ups, sit-ups, dips, pull-ups. I call them my hundreds because I do 100 every time. Come back, drink some liquid IV, drink some greens, and I'm vegetarian, so occasionally I'll have some shrimp, but no meat and a little bit of dairy. And so that's what I do to take time for myself. I meditate, I practice gratitude, I do my sage, my Palo Santo, my crystals, um, and I visualize. So that's kind of like my little go-to. So that's the first segment. The second segment is the Love is Art, Art is Love segment, because for me, they are the same. And so the first question is, what practices or routines do I have in place to nurture my creativity and spirituality while running my business? So first with spirituality, um, meditation, having quiet time, being alone, and healthy boundaries for sure. How I nurture the creativity is to constantly change up my routines and put myself in different environments. Obviously, traveling is a big one. And if I do, I don't know, a particular route for my 5K, I will make it a point to do a different route the next day to see different things, to hear different things. I love Mother Nature. I'm constantly inspired by Mother Nature in all aspects. And film, cinema, magazines. I still have magazines, literature, books, reading. So those are all things that I do to continue to inspire and nurture my creativity. And then the second question, can you share any tips or advice for aspiring entrepreneurs looking to incorporate more creativity and spirituality into their work? Well, spirituality is going to be personal for whatever it means for that individual. So do whatever is going to feed your soul. And for me, sometimes that is practicing the craft and being an artist and being creative and doing a face chart or utilizing tech and experiencing Procreate to edit and draw, to write, create literature, and just keep those creative juices flowing and stimulated within your brain because it's necessary. Now, how to measure success in both creative and entrepreneurial pursuits, and do they overlap? Or do they ever overlap in any way? I mean, I'm grateful that my mom experienced a lot of goals and accomplishments that I had set for myself prior to her passing. So she saw the launch of the book, she read it, she saw the launch of the makeup palette, she saw the launch of Amor es Arte, Arte es Amor, which was so personal in so many ways because it took 4 years to create. And I realized a lot of it was really dedicated to her. So that was a big deal for me to express my love and, forever admiration um, for her mentorship that she showed me, because I wouldn't be Andrew if I hadn't had that with my mom. So that's like number one success. And then where I'm at now is the continuing of the sharing of the knowledge and the love, the color, the light to any capacity, wherever, whether I'm with Pat McGrath, whether I'm with a skincare brand, whether I'm in a classroom or at a convention. That's just Andrew Velasquez. That's what I'm gonna do wherever I go. I can't change it. Sorry, not sorry. Um, and so I'm content. I'm very happy. My brothers are amazing men and fathers and partners to their partners, and I'm so proud of them. And so for me, they're a reflection a little bit of, you know, me and my mom, and because I helped raise them with along with my dad, who I admire as well, because he taught me a lot of work ethics and being kind and polite and manners. Um, so that's success for me. And then, having that time to enjoy it with my partner and my husband, who has been, I mean, my rock, my best friend, and we've grown so much individually, but also together. And um, yeah, he's my guy for sure. And all right, so that was the last question for the Love is Art, Art is Love segment. Now for the library is open.
The library is open! Because reading is what?
Fundamental.
There you have it, darling.
Um, and not to share shy. Oh, see, I can't even speak now because I'm like getting so emotional. The library is open, so this is a spotlight for me to share my favorite book. And it's not to share shade, it's to share light. So I mean, I always kind of have like a couple books that I'm juggling. I've probably shared some of these. I'm currently reading the Andy Warhol book that just came out. It's huge, so it's gonna be it's gonna take me a while. I'm also reading the Mary Gabriel biography about Madonna, so I'm diving deep into that. That's also a large book. And I also love Linda Spellman's book, which we talked about when I had her as a guest. Um, so yeah, there's so many, and I like to juggle again, going back to the creativity and spirituality, something that's gonna help, my soul, feed my soul, but also feed the creative part and keep those juices flowing. All right, so now for the final segment of Mindful Artist Podcast, which is wrapping up Mindful Artist Rapid Cues. Question number one, who is my hero and why? I think you already know. I'm gonna have two, and um, first one's gonna be my mom. So Chepa Ornelas, Josefina. Um, for showing me how to love, for showing me how to be an artist and a kind person, um, and for encouraging me uh to always have hope, you know? And then my second hero obviously is always Madonna. She's, I mean, queen, 40 years in her career, which pretty much was a timeline of my life, as I'm 42 years old now. And just watching her close out the celebration tour in Rio de Janeiro, wasn't there in person, but seeing that show and the production of it and 1.6 million people, I mean, just for me, it is proof that the opportunities are endless, right? And you have a dream and a goal to accomplish, you can do it. So that's why she's my hero and my mom's my hero. Question number two, favorite music album of all time and why? I'm gonna have to say Ray of Light. Me drink some water. Got a little emotional. Sorry, guys. Ray of Light, for sure. It was so momentum and big for the time of my life from track one through the last track, every song. I mean, Frozen is like my go-to. Ray of Light, Candy Perfume Girl, Little Star. I mean, there's just so many great tracks. If you haven't heard it, listen to Ray of Light by Madonna for sure. And what is my favorite quote of all time? Dang, I have so many. But I'm gonna have to think of one that is sitting with me. And you know what? I actually have it because I thought of it today. And that is the ultimate quantification of success. It's not how much time you spend doing what you love. It's how little time you spend doing what you hate. So, yeah, it's just a reminder to live every day as it's its last. Love what you're going to do. Live, laugh, dance, be kind, smile, and all will be good. Just trust the process. Be kind to yourselves um and you'll be fine, you know? So again, thank you so much from the bottom of mi corazón, my heart, to all of you guys, my viewers, my listeners. I appreciate you checking in episode by episode. I'm gonna take a summer break. Um, let's see when I will come back, but definitely I have a list of new guests for season three, and I'll keep you posted and let you know when that is going to happen. What you can see now, I mean, when this airs, I'll probably have already done Premiere Orlando. So if I saw you there, thank you for joining and supporting the show, the Powder Group, and Melody Mills, because I'll be at her booth as well. We're going to be officially celebrating Pride Month for everyone. So LGBTQIA, POC, everybody. And I'm going to have some great discounts and sales for all my products available online at amoresarte.com. And yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Andrew Velasquez underscore. My website is andrewvelasquez.com. And if you are a spiritual, creative entrepreneur and you want to be on this episode, email me at mindfulartistpodcast@gmail.com. That song you're about to hear, it is called Mi Corazón, written by myself, produced by Aaron McLendon. Make sure that you download it, share it with somebody that you love, including this episode. Share this with somebody that you love as well. Give us those thumbs up, those 5 stars, those reviews. The more you do that, the more we're going to grow and the more we're going to be able to help and grow this community, this beautiful Crowns community, because it is time. It is our time. This is the evolution of the artist revolution, is what I'm calling it. And it's been a fun ride, you guys. Season 2, it's a wrap. Make an impact in somebody's life. Until the next time, much love and light and color to you all. Thank you guys. I love you. Bye.